On the streets of Lima, a new generation is rising, facing riot police, waving pirate flags, and demanding change. What started as outrage over a pension law has become a fight for Peru's future. On September 20th, protests broke out across Peru after the government introduced reforms to the national pension system. The controversial law would require all Peruvians over 18, including independent workers, to contribute to private pension providers. Critics called it a handout to financial institutions, a burden on young people already struggling to find economic stability. But the backlash wasn't just about pensions. It was a tipping point. Beneath the surface, frustration had been building over corruption, insecurity, and the growing sense that democracy itself is under threat. Leading the movement is Peru's Gen Z, students, freelancers, and first-time voters. Many took to the streets holding a surprising symbol, the one-piece pirate flag, a Japanese anime emblem that's become a global icon of youth rebellion, from Nepal to Indonesia, and now Peru. It's a symbol of freedom, of fighting injustice, said one university student. We're not pirates, we're just tired of being robbed by our own government. The distrust runs deep. In late 2022, then President Pedro Castillo was arrested after trying to dissolve Congress. Dina Boluarte stepped in as president, and protests erupted nationwide. More than 50 people were killed by security forces, and not a single official has been held accountable. That memory hasn't faded. And for many young Peruvians, it's a painful reminder of what happens when power goes unchecked. On Saturday, September 27th, the protests returned to Lima's streets. Riot police deployed tear gas and pushed back crowds, mostly peaceful but angry. At least 14 people were injured, including 3 journalists. Police reported 12 officers wounded and defended their actions as legitimate and in accordance with the law. Still, the images tell a different story of overreach, panic, and a government losing control of its narrative. Behind the clashes lies a deeper crisis. President Boluarte's approval rating sits at just 2.5%, according to the Institute of Peruvian Studies. Congress fares even worse, at 3%. Recent weeks have brought fresh scandals. The suspension of the Attorney General, allegations of corruption among cabinet ministers, and a perceived alliance between the executive and Congress to weaken democratic institutions. Jo-Marie Burt, a Latin America expert at Princeton University, says young people are disillusioned by what they see as a dismantling of democracy, and they're not waiting quietly for change.
That young people especially are very aware of. There's this awareness of a ruling alliance that is ruling in their own interests, not in the interests of the general public. This has been part of the public discourse for quite some, really since Dina Boluarte, the president, came into office. And so there's a lot of unrest kind of simmering under the surface. And
In this movement, politics meets pop culture. Protesters have embraced online platforms and anime symbolism to express their cause, transforming icons of resistance into messages of hope, rebellion, and defiance. The one-piece flag isn't just for show. It's a visual shorthand that says, "We're united and we're not backing down." It's a way of turning frustration into creativity, and creativity into power. What's next? Demands and the road ahead. The government has already walked back the pension reform, but the protests haven't stopped. Why? Because the issues run deeper. Peru's youth are demanding a new social contract, accountability for past violence, and real action against corruption. So far, Boluarte's administration has offered little more than denial and force. But as Gen Z shows no signs of backing down, the question is no longer whether there will be more protests. But how far they will go. In a country where the powerful rarely listen, Peru's youth are making themselves heard. One protest, one symbol, and one voice at a time.
Welcome to Money Control, your ultimate destination in the ever-evolving world of finance, business, markets, policy, and technology. India's preeminent news platform, driven by facts and fueled by data. A platform made in India, and for the world. Moneycontrol.com has a staggering reach of 100 million plus monthly active users and 6.02 million daily active users. Being a transformative digital force, reshaping how we engage with money, markets, and news. Setting us apart is our commitment to delivering accurate information and empowering financial decision-making in a dynamic ecosystem. Seeking a deeper dive into the financial realm, we present Money Control Pro, a powerhouse of exclusive insights, providing actionable investment ideas and expert analysis. Because in today's fast-paced world, informed decisions demand both information and expertise. And we have 1 million plus Money Control Pro total paid subscribers and 100% return in 1.5 years, beating the market. Explore market trends, access expert opinions, and utilize essential financial tools all at your fingertips. Join the millions who trust moneycontrol.com for their financial journey, where facts meet finance and data drives decisions. Think markets, think Money Control.